Okay, guys, it's 1 o'clock, so let's get started. So, hello, everybody, and thanks very much for joining us again today for one of our regular webinars with the investees that we've got live on site at the moment. Today, we are joined by Gary Redmond from BusterBox and Fiona Maloney and Liam Darling from Halo SOS. To get started, we've got Gary. So, Gary, if you could just switch your screen on, please, there for a second. And then you can actually, thanks very much for joining us, Gary. And you can start doing your presentation. Following on from that, we'll have a 10 minutes or so questions and answers, and then we'll go on to Halo SOS after that. So Gary, over to you, and I look forward to hearing what you've got to say. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Chris. So, hello everyone, my name is Gary Redmond, and along with my co-founders, Liam Brennan and Paul Carrick, we are the three creators of BusterBox. We're a monthly subscription service for dog owners all across Ireland and the UK. So put simply, BusterBox is the best thing you can get to make your dog happy. We make it easier to treat your dog with personalized products delivered directly. And pet parents want to treat their dogs to the things they love, but they lack the time to do so. The dog is the new baby, and products need to be personalized based on their size, breed, and preferences. And that's a problem for dog owners that BusterBox solves. And also, gift giving often makes the giver happier than the recipient. So our product delivers this experience of happiness to dogs and their owners while saving them time. So at the moment, over 95% of dog owners consider their dog a member of the family. And there's a large discretionary pet spend available, approximately £30 per month in the UK. 54% of people buy gifts for their dog, and young professionals report less than 5 hours of free time per day, including weekends. So our product fits perfectly because it removes the need to travel to the pet shop while delighting your family member in the process. So at the moment, over 24% of all UK households have a dog, and there's £10 billion spent on pets in the UK every year. The money spent on pets has increased 25% in just the past 6 years, and online pet spend is expected to double between 2017 and 2022. We've actually seen an acceleration in this in the last few months with the pandemic. Subscription boxes have also undergone an explosion in popularity, with traffic to these websites increasing 3,000% since 2013. And specialized dog products are rapidly taking market share from incumbent brands as dog owners increasingly choose more personalized food, toys, and treats for their dog. So we have 3 different subscription types with discounts applying for the longer you sign up for. The box itself comes with 5 high-quality items with at least 2 high-quality unique toys you normally won't find in local pet shops, as well as 3 healthy all-natural treat items. We also have the option of an extra premium toy for a little extra on site, and about 25% of customers choose the extra toy, which we call the pup grade. And we've achieved significant traction to date. We've over 700 subscribers here in Ireland, and just since launching in the UK at the end of 2017, we've grown rapidly to over 5,500 subscribers. Our revenue actually has undergone a massive jump, as you can see in the graph here, in the last 3 or 4 months with the lockdown, because really what we noticed on Facebook was as other companies stopped advertising and a lot of people were online more often, the CPMs, which is the cost to reach people, dropped a lot. So we took advantage of this situation by doubling our advertising budget. So we were pretty much getting twice the amount of customers for the same ad spend as we were before. Now that's kind of gone back up in expense now at the moment because people are going back to work and things like that, but we've still managed to maintain that growth. So it's been really good time for BusterBox investing in our marketing and in our growth. So we've grown from just over €60,000 MRR in March to €128,000 now in July. So it's been a significant period for us, but it's mainly due to the fact we've increased our budgets and our future growth projections based on that. Then well, mainly the channels that we use, first of all, is Facebook and other social media channels. That's where we get the majority of our customers, as well as email. We have partnerships with affiliate networks in the UK that send us traffic and customers as well. And we're in discussions with an e-commerce insert marketing company that competitors and mentors are using to gain market share quickly in the UK. So these are the channels that we plan to scale with the investment. And we've over 4.2 million female dog lovers in the UK. That is our Facebook lookalike audience. So that's when we take our customers and upload them back to Facebook, and Facebook finds people like them. So we're acquiring customers for around €17, and they return a lifetime gross profit of €75 to the company. So taking €150,000 investment from Spark, we think we can scale up, and we know we can scale up rapidly and add another 8,000 subscribers to our business. And that will bring us over the €300,000 monthly recurring revenue mark, and give us a 3.6 million annual sales. And this is data that we've been doing this for almost 4 years now, and it's pretty scalable and predictable. When we put the money into Facebook, we get the customers out and our MRR just grows. And we've been growing slowly but steadily before the COVID. And then once we've actually managed to double our budgets and increase the advertiser spend since the end of March, we've seen the growth just accelerate and accelerate. And the trends that we're working on, the humanization of dogs, people staying at home more, working at home, and having like more money but less free time, if that's still going to be going on regardless of a recession or a pandemic or anything like that. So the trends are definitely moving in that direction anyway. And we've also been working hard on our social media following. We've got like a big following of Raven fans and a really good Trustpilot score and happy customers as well. So about the team, my name is Gary Redmond. I'm the CEO. Liam Brennan is our CMO, serial entrepreneur, with management and customer service experience, and Paul is our product specialist. And we also have some key mentors, which we're very grateful for, to call on for whenever we need advice. And myself, actually, I'm a DCU science graduate and have IT and customer service experience. So we're currently operating in a gross margin of around 41%, which we're looking to improve with scale, and also innovating our supply chain and getting our own products produced in China, especially the dog toys. The average revenue per user is around €24, and customers' average lifetime is between 9 and 10 months with BusterBox. So growing our business over the next 3 years, we expect to reach revenues of 8.5 million by 2023. And so we're looking for a €300,000 seed round, 150,000 from Spark and match funding from Enterprise Ireland. And the majority of the money is just going to go straight back into marketing, as I mentioned, supplemented by obviously the revenue and gross profit we get from our customers. So we'd have the 150,000 will help us to invest, but we'll obviously get a return on that money with our customers repaying that investment straight away, and we can reinvest that again. So a proportion of the money will be spent to develop our own custom branded toys, just to improve the product, improve the stickiness, and improve the lifetime value of the customers, and keep the product fresh. And finally, we'll also be investing a little bit of money, 20% of the money, into getting some key hires to help the business processes, such as customer service, and possibly some marketing help. So our goal had been to get to €1 million in revenue, and we blasted past our goals, our year goals, in the last couple of months. So now we're looking to get to the €2 million mark. We also looking to develop, as I mentioned, the custom branded BusterBox toys. And our goal over the next 2 to 3 years is to get to 30,000 subscribers and an €8 million run rate, and then exit the business via trade sale. So we've seen a lot of trends, M&A activity recently in this market, where incumbent brands have bought new up and coming online startups in order to compete with the likes of Amazon. So we think we could be acquired by someone like Pet Stop, Pets at Home, or Maxi Zoo, in order to actually add us to their online profile and their online business, because we have a predictable recurring revenue model that would be very valuable for them. And also they'd be easily able to take over the fulfillment and management, and obviously sourcing of the products as well. BarkBox is also a US competitor that could expand into the UK and buy our customer base, or a dog food subscription service in the UK could merge with us for our customer base as well. So as I mentioned, some of the M&A activity has been significant. Tails.com, which is a dog food subscription service, was acquired just a couple of years ago for an undisclosed fee. A Pupbox, which is a company exactly like BusterBox, a subscription box for dogs, was acquired by Petco in the US for an undisclosed fee as well in 2017. And the largest e-commerce acquisition in history was a pet website called Chewy.com, acquired in the US by PetSmart for $3.35 billion. Thank you. Any questions?
Great, thank you very much indeed, Gary. That's brilliant. I mean, the success that you've had over the last 3 months or so during COVID has been very marked. Going up to 300,000 for your sales, and retargeting your 1 million to 2 million for your annual revenue, which is very remarkable. So I know that there's a load of questions in, so perhaps I can ask Fergal to switch his screen on and ask away. Fergal, are you there?
Yes.
There
Hi.
he is. Good man.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Gary. Yeah, I have a few questions just in here. I'll get to the first ones that have been asked by email, and just ones came in. Gary, how are you sourcing the products, the treats and the toys? Where are you sourcing them from? Are they Irish?
So right now they're coming from UK distributors. Most of them, one big guy we use in the UK almost every month. He gives us quite a good price, and then we're trying to branch out into Europe. We got a couple of toys this month from a Spanish company, and the treats come like from. We kind of have a certain kind of they change every month, but we can use the same suppliers who have different flavors, but they're all from, again, smaller UK sellers, UK, EU, and Ireland. That's pretty much where they all come from at the moment. And our goal is to branch out a little bit further, either partner with an importer and get our own toys imported, or go direct to the Far East. But there might be a bit of a stretch to do that with just 150,000. We're thinking maybe just partnering with an importer who has all the connections already and get our own BusterBox toys made.
Excellent. And do you think with the growing scale and economies of scale, I suppose, do you think you can get your margins up, Gary, with more subscribers coming on board each month?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we renegotiated with our shipping company when we reached 2,500. We actually haven't had a chance since obviously the last couple of months, but we actually should go back. But yeah, like our suppliers, it's economies of scale, as you said. So the more you get, the better deals you get, and the more access you have to the bigger suppliers who can, because some of the really big suppliers who give the really good prices won't work with you if you're under a certain MOQ. So once you get closer to that, especially China, the really big pet manufacturers like, the big dog treat companies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Excellent. And who supplies your treats in Ireland? Who do you use?
So we have we used Irish Dog Foods for some of them, but not really that often. We had another company in Hill, Mutt and Jeff, but they stopped producing treats a couple of years ago. So the majority of them are coming from the UK. The treats, we have one toy supplier in Ireland who gets toys and stuff from China and resells them to us. So that's pretty much it. Most of the treat suppliers are in the UK.
Excellent. And I have a question here from David. How will you compete online with the larger players, spending against them and keeping your CAC low enough to make sure that the CAC to LTV ratio, and what is your churn rate as well? Just a few questions in there.
So we're churning about 10% a month. Okay, so it's high compared to what you would think for a SaaS company, but we know what our product is. We don't have a long customer acquisition cycle. Like, we don't have a high customer acquisition cost, so it's not going to be. People are going to stay for 4 years or 5 years. Now, some people do, but the average lifetime is a lot lower than that. But the previous question about the CAC, we're looking to diversify, and we are very good at Facebook, and it's all done in house by the founders, and we put in the dirty work and the groundwork to get to the bottom of who our customers are and how to acquire them, and that's data and knowledge that, like, we're really, really clear on that. Also branching out into other channels, having a look at some new channels coming online like TikTok, which is giving really, really good engagement, and just being aware and trying to look at what's going to work in 2 years and 3 years rather than what's working now. Branching out into email, affiliates, all those things to diversify. And in terms of competing with Amazon, I mean, well, everybody struggles with that, number one, but what we have is unique is our experience. Okay, you can go on and you can buy your dog toys and online, and they come to your house in a plastic packet, and you open it and give it to your dog. That's fine, but that's not why people buy BusterBox. They buy it to see their dog, them and their dog get happy and delighted, and their dog, the dog or dogs, gone crazy when the box arrives and barking at the postman when he comes down the driveway. So that's our USP, and that's something that we have to defend. And that's another reason why we want to get our own products, so that customers can't go to the pet shop and say, I saw that in a pet shop, and it's only, it's not that uncommon. So we want to get our own products.
Okay, very good. And what is generally the average value of the products in the box? What's the
So we try to have it that you save at least 20% versus going to the shop, but it varies. A dog toy is not the same in a pet shop versus, a £2 one in a pet shop is not the same as a £6 one, because, better quality, different materials, all that sort of stuff. So we try and give the higher end stuff, because that's what our customers want. We don't want to give something to your dog that we wouldn't give to our own dog. So that's what we aim to do.
Excellent. And there's a question on competition here as well. How much market competition is there in Ireland and the UK? Companies currently providing a similar service. So I suppose specifically the treats and toys. Have you seen any competition in Ireland yet? I know there's a few in the UK.
Yeah, there's a few in the UK. There was one in Ireland that started around the same time as us, but they didn't last too long. But in the UK, there's a couple of them. we've actually had a bit of contact with the other founders and stuff like that. We've they're not any bigger than us, and they don't really have anything unique over what we have as well. We're all kind of go after the same thing, so that's why we're looking to, as I said, develop our own product and move on to the next stage, which would be improving the product and hopefully opening up dog food, which we can do on the back end and stuff like that, but probably not with this money as well. It would be more just focused on growing the subscription.
Excellent. And what other countries are you considering entering into? Have you looked at European markets? Have you looked at other markets, Gary?
Yeah, so our main goal was to have a look into Germany next, but we know what it's going to take. Like, it's going to be a different language, a different culture, and all that goes with it. So again, not in the immediate future. We'd really rather to grow the company in the UK and develop the product, sell more products to our customers, which we're working on at the moment, as well as a subscription, have an e-commerce store, dog food subscription, all the other things that we have, and we're just looking to push the investment. But pushing on to another European country, I think it would be just a bit of a step too far at the moment. But definitely we're looking at the market sizes in places like Germany. The attitude towards dogs will be something we'd look at in the future, but maybe not in the next 12 months, I would say.
Excellent. And what risks do you envisage that could prevent you from achieving, or not, that can hold up your sales targets over the next 3 years? What barriers do you see there, challenges?
I guess just finding the right. Facebook is obviously the right channel, but finding the right way to reach our customers beyond that, I would say, and that there is only a certain amount of people that you can target on Facebook. Obviously, it is a large market in the UK with 9 million dogs, but it's just about diversifying, I think, and not relying on only one channel. That would be a big risk, I think, and that's why we're looking to do that now. Like, just relying on one channel, that things can change. Facebook change rules, all those other things. So that's why have spent the last few months to work on email, work on affiliates. We actually have a call with a guy who does Google ads, just to see if we can supplement everything and just be diversified, because it's a big lesson to learn, to know that things can change. If you don't own, or if you don't control your traffic, you don't control Facebook, then it's a risk. That's the main way I would say to our sales.
Excellent. And are you looking at branching out to other pets like cats, or will it be mainly focused on dogs for the next 12 to 24 months, or is there any thought there yet? No,
not really cats. I've heard of some big ones that do it, but they're few and far between. What we would look to branch out is into dog food, into actually, we have dog food. We actually have a new website at BusterBoxFood.com, but we haven't publicly launched it yet, because we know the investment it's going to take to actually get the customer acquisition cost is going to be higher, because you're going to have to convince more people to switch dog food, which is harder than saying sign up for BusterBox for a bit of fun. So the acquisition cost will be higher, but the lifetime value will be much longer, because it's convenient, it solves the problem, and customers aren't going to cancel it if the dog likes it and it's good for them. So we have that ready, and that's where we'd like to go in Ireland and the UK, but we know the investment. We're not going to dive into it and start doing it. We did a few trials with it before in Ireland, and it was like €50 to get a customer, but they stayed on for like 2 or 3, still customers are on 2 years later, a good few of them. So it's just about that dynamic of the investment is going to be a lot higher, but the payoff is higher too. But what we'd like to do is ideally combine the two, where a customer signs up to BusterBox and we have maybe an SMS or a sales funnel where they're immediately shown, here, you got a great offer here on dog food. And then stay on
push them there. Excellent.
Yeah.
And of the 8,000 new users, it's still going to be the mix of Ireland and the UK? Is it going to be still kind of 80% UK market, 20%?
I would say so. Really, the only reason we have so much more in the UK is because of the cost. So we're obviously bootstrapping. We haven't had any other investors on board, so we've done everything. A couple of bank loans, but mainly hasn't been a big amount invested. So what we've been doing is we had to keep the customer acquisition cost lower. And when we put out ads in Ireland, you get customers, but it'll be €4 or €5 more expensive. So it's just not worth it. And it's slower too, because it's just a smaller population. UK is just a different market altogether. So we didn't want to really, I suppose, waste money in Ireland when you can spend the same amount of money in the UK and get 20 or 30% more customers.
Perfect. Very good. I just have one last question. I suppose I think we can cover one more, Chris.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so if the company valuation today is 1 million, What do you see the valuation being in around 3 years' time, if you achieve your targets and everything goes to plan?
Well, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it, and we know that it's definitely going to be something that we envision someone's going to buy, like a pet shop, like a pet chain, who are got Amazon coming up behind them. They've got us in the market. If people are signing up for us, and especially getting dog food, that's a big threat to someone in like Pets at Home, Pet Stop, someone like that. So, I mean, I guess it's a bit crude, but I'd say if we can triple the subscriber base, then we should triple the valuation at least. And then if we have dog food coming in on top of that, which is a much more lucrative market, I'd say we can get to 4 or 5 times what we're valued now.
Excellent. Okay. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed, Virgil, for asking those questions. And Gary, thanks very much indeed for all of that. It certainly sounds like an exciting time for you with the rate of growth that's actually happening at the moment, which is all credit to you and the team. So fantastic. There were a few more questions that have come in, and like last time, I'll get those sent over to you. And if you can answer those, I'll distribute them to everybody who's on the call as well. So Gary, I know you're busy. You've got fulfillment this week, so I'll let you crack on.
Sliding out the back.
And yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of noise in the background, but that's good. Okay, listen, Gary, thanks very much indeed, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay.